After a long 3-year wait, Stranger Things is back. Now I don't need to go over the premise of this show. If you're watching this, you've probably seen the other seasons. We're back in Hawkins, we have a time skip, and there's some Stranger Things going on. There are going to be spoilers in this because I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. And I'm going to talk about it. Yeah! You told them. Now they'll respect you. We've got the first 4 episodes. They were released on Thanksgiving, and now I've got to wait till Christmas. Why do I want to watch this on Christmas? Don't get me wrong, this is one of my all-time favorite series, but Christmas is for magic and Santa and snow and giving, and I don't want to be crying or scared or on edge, which is what I know this show is going to do to me even more, because that's what these 4 episodes did. Right off the bat, this season made me just dislike bullies so much more, to the point where last night I had a dream that I was dealing with bullies. But the cool thing is, I took down 2 bullies on my own. I mean, when you're 31 and they're in 5th grade, it makes it pretty easy. But just seeing my boy Dustin get the you-know-what beat out of him by 4 or maybe 5 guys that make you feel tough, guys? Make you feel tough? Well, they're not the only bullies in this season because we have the military back constantly trying to hunt down 11. Just leave her alone. She's a girl. And there's like hundreds of you. But do you guys think Dustin was right? Was he right to stick it to the man, to poke the bear? Or were his friends right that said, hey, we know Steve was a good guy, but lay off a little bit. Just, stop poking the bear. I mean, I'm on Dustin's side all the way, but curious what your thoughts are. Feel free to comment. Something else I love about this season is seeing more of Vecna. I mean, Vecna's introduction altogether was a great choice because I don't think I would have liked it if he would have been the reason behind everything and the upside down and all the monsters. But this is where it's awesome. Vecna makes the other seasons make sense as far as he is behind a lot of it. But the Upside Down is still a mystical world. He was just sent there. He didn't create it. So this leaves room for the future for spin-offs or other lore to come out, and I love that. And Vecna's new upgrade, does anybody else think he looks like a mix of Ultron and Megatron from the first Transformers movie? And I'm not crazy. He looks like that. Oh, and he has some Darth Vader upgrades where he is pretty strong Sith Lord.
Found you.
Compared to other seasons, this season is definitely darker and more violent. I mean, I guess there are some pretty violent moments in the past seasons, but darker as in we see our heroes just killing willy-nilly. Specifically, Hopper and 11. And I get it. I mean, the military's been after you almost your whole life. And from Hopper's point of view, this is his daughter. And he doesn't want her to go back to the bad guys. And that's something I was questioning. I'm like, are these military guys bad? Maybe they just want to work with 11? Well, you find out by the end. But why take that risk? I get 11 and Hopper killing without thinking about it. It just kind of surprised me when 11 snapped the guy's neck on the watchtower. Or they hid the one scientist dude in that glass closet, and I'm pretty sure used him as a decoy for him to get shot up instead of them. At least 11 said sorry to the guy whose neck she broke. But once again, I do get it. I don't think they're in the wrong. I was just kind of surprised. And for more darker stuff, man, Mike and Nancy's parents get messed up. I thought they were dead, but plot armor, they survived. But Nancy's washing her mom's blood off in the bathroom, and that moment just hit me like, I can't imagine that, your loved one, and you're just having to rinse them off of you. Kind of reminded me of that one scene in War of the Worlds where Tom Cruise is washing all the flour, aka skin dust, off of his body. But he didn't know those people, so why should he care? And then the most graphic moment, I need to go back because I feel like this should have been TVMA with this scene, but I think it's TV-14. The one soldier that I thought was going to be redeemable because he even tells his boss, hey, we shouldn't be using these kids as bait. This is wrong. So here I am thinking he's going to team up with the good guys. Well, no. Vecna makes a window out of his face, as in punches a hole through his face from the back of his head. That I did not expect, and it definitely made me go... I was thrilled to see some more Demogorgons. They're probably my favorite creature or thing we've seen in this series. I mean, having your face open up to reveal a mouth with multiple teeth, it's like a flower. Or the sun rays, if they wanted to bite your head off and eat you. Though, did anybody else feel like the Demogorgons are super inconsistent, more in terms of their durability? So basically what I'm getting is, if you've got a sword, or you've got a broken wine glass, Demogorgons ain't got nothing on you. But if you have a 50 caliber or AK-47s or a bunch of other high-grade weapons, you're screwed. That's not piercing nothing. Or if you're inspired by Home Alone and want to booby trap your house, just make sure the kids do it, because that also will take out a Demogorgon. This just didn't make any sense to me. Super inconsistent. So we see Hopper in the last season cut a Demogorgon's arm off, cut its head off, and I'm like, okay, swords are sharp. He's swinging it. They're made to do that. But then in episode 1, we see Demogorgon take out a whole convoy of military men. They have like a giant 50 cal on a Humvee, multiple machine guns, and it's just sprinting through like, Stupid humans, this ain't nothing. That tickles. But then later on, when it goes to Nancy and Mike's house to kidnap their younger sister, Holly, I'm gonna get you, Holly. Your mom can't stop me. What you doing with that wine bottle? That's my biggest weakness. I mean, maybe Mrs. Wheeler just has an arm that can stab a lot harder than a 50 cal bullet can fly through the air. That's some intense strength, Mrs. Wheeler. That's some intense strength. I'd say that's really my only complaint. Demigorgons? I mean, that final battle in the 4th episode when all the Demigorgons are attacking the military, super awesome. Love it. Definitely peak cinema. But I kind of wish the military would have killed a few Demigorgons, or at least, just have the Demigorgons be easier to kill, but have them get overrun. Just have more Demigorgons keep coming. Like, I get if it takes out 4 or 5 soldiers before it dies, but, like, none of the Demigorgons died. Come on, guys. You need to stock up on the wine bottles and swords. This season also brings us some great lessons that I really liked. One involved Derek, short, little, bigger kid that was kind of a D-bag. But after our crew save him and choose to believe in him, he starts to have a change. He was always a jerk because people treated him like he was nothing, like he was a loser, like he was a bully. And from what I saw of his parents, they're good for nothing. That's not true. Everyone's good for something, but they weren't good for much. But then Will's mom decides to believe in him, but instead of being he becomes Derek the Dependable, as he says. And although it's silly, I like the lesson of, hey, give people a chance. People want to be believed in. They want to feel a sense of community. Don't isolate them. And then the other lesson we learn, I was terrified of what they were going to do with Mike and Will's relationship due to toxic fans. And yes, for those of you that were hard forcing the push for shipping Mike and Will, I'm calling you toxic. Stop trying to force things that aren't there. But in it, wow, I'm forgetting her name. Our lesbian character? What's her name? Anyways, Will finds out she's a lesbian, and as we know at this point, Will is gay, and she notices Will's trying really hard with Mike. I mean, Will's being respectful, but you can sense that he likes Mike. She notices, so she talks to him, and she just basically tells him, hey, growing up, I liked this girl, but eventually I realized she would never like me that way. And I learned to be okay with that. And I learned to be okay with who I am and have confidence and love myself. And that I didn't need to depend on one person to make me accept who I am. I'm butchering it, but basically teaches them that it's okay if Mike doesn't like you back that way. You can still find purpose in yourself. And this was awesome. I was worried Netflix might try to push them having a relationship, which, it's fine if it was there, but we can all tell Mike's not gay and that he likes Eleven. So I'm really glad they went this route because to me, it was a good choice for all fans to appreciate and learn from. Now I want to call out some favorites. Favorite item number 1, my favorite new cast member. We're getting a crossover with Terminator because we got John Connor's mom, Linda Hamilton, in this show. She keeps that Connor vibe going. She's BA, she's intense, but I'm pretty sure she's a villain. Hey, all that trauma of running from Terminators gets to you over the years. Now my favorite scenes. Yes, scenes because there are 2. Scene 1, when Lucas and Nancy and Steve and the rest of the crew are booby-trapping the house before the Demigorgon comes. That was awesome. And once again, apparently the Demigorgon's kryptonite. I'm not going to start ranting again. But I love that Home Alone feel. And Home Alone hasn't even come out yet in the Stranger Things universe, so pretty sure we know where they were inspired from. And the second scene. This one of the best scenes of the series, if not the best. I'm talking about that scene in episode 4 where they had one long shot. Just a continuous shot when the Demigorgons are attacking the military compound. It was amazing, and the Duffer brothers said it was logistically the most difficult scene they've ever done for the show. And it's rumored that it involved over 100 actors and actresses. And this continuous shot went on for around 86 seconds. I guess the Duffer brothers wanted it to feel more immersive, and they wanted it to feel more like a blockbuster film, not just a streaming TV show. And it worked. It was epic. All right, next, my most favorite stressful moment. Maybe I shouldn't say favorite, but I thought Hopper was gonna die. I mean, I was thinking there's no way they'd come off in episode 4 because he's a fan favorite and we still have 4 episodes to go. But when he has the bombs connected to him and he walks in that room, I'm like, don't do this. Don't kill Hopper. Give me a reason to keep watching. I want to see my man do some more manly things. My favorite wacky line. This is delivered by Nancy. So Will is telling Nancy how their little sister Holly has been talking to Mr. What's-It? Is that what it is? About how basically she's been talking to this imaginary friend and he thinks it might be real. To which Nancy inspiringly says, it doesn't make sense. We've never seen him. You're right, Nancy. It's not like you live in a town where monsters keep attacking and you've seen a little girl using Jedi powers or people being lifted into the air by invisible entities. What? Are you kidding me, Nancy? Have you not learned to suspend your disbelief by now? And then my favorite line of the show. And this is delivered by Erica, Lucas's little sister, who is just an awesome character. Don't mess with her. But basically, she makes a pie that has drugs in it to make a certain family fall asleep, but her ex-friend doesn't eat the pie. So Erica walks up behind her as the friend's freaking out and crying over her family falling to the ground, and she says, while holding a needle, I might add, "I told you to eat your damn pie," and then proceeds to grab her neck and stab her. I think Erica would make a good villain. All in all, these first 4 episodes were awesome. I was pretty worried after this 3-year break, especially when we have a bunch of mid-20-year-olds playing 15-year-olds. But they pulled it off well. You get that Goonies vibe, Ghostbusters vibe, paranormal horror vibe, action, and I can't wait to watch more. What did you guys think? You gonna watch the rest of the season? And will you be hitting the movie theater for the final episode? Because you know I will. Here's a real stranger thing. Check this out.